To another lesson in advanced Excel, and we are still on VLOOKUPs, and we are still on the VLOOKUP file, but we are on sheet 1. Okay, so we have another table here, an employee database that has employee IDs, names, their gender, their age. I want to use VLOOKUP to find the corresponding names to all these employee IDs. Okay, so now let me enter the VLOOKUP formula, and the first parameter is asking for a lookup value. Now remember, your lookup value is that value that you are using to search for the value you don't have. So we have the ID, so that will be our lookup value. Okay, so now table array. What is the table array? Now you may want to select the table array starting from here like this, but VLOOKUP has one row. And what is that row? That rule is your table should start at the column of your lookup value. So remember, our lookup value is an employee ID. So our table should start from the employee ID column. So when we are selecting a table array, we're not going to include serial number, the serial number column. Okay, so now let's enter formula again. Lookup value selected, table array. I start from here, column index number. We are looking for name. So if we start counting from here, 1, column 2, so we should put 2. Okay, then range lookup. Remember, because they are unique, the IDs are unique, we are using exact match. Okay, so let me close it and press enter. Okay, and let me drag it down. Okay, now that I drag it down, why do we have 3 errors here? What's wrong? It could be that maybe it's that the employee IDs are not in the table. So for instance, let me take this first error here and look for its employee ID. And I notice there's no employee ID that starts with 8. Okay, so at least this error is justified. But what about these other ones? As I can see, Thomas Phillips, the very first employee, is here. So what reason could it be? And the second one, Evans Tammy, is also here. So what could be wrong? Now let me look into the formula that is being used, and let me look at the table array. Now when you look at the table array and you look at the table array is in red font, and you look at the red outline that shows you what you selected as your table array, I can see it shows you the correct table. Okay, now let's go to the second formula and look at the table array. Look at the table selected there, the table array. Now notice one thing: the table is one level down, and if I look into the third, the table has also shifted another level down. Okay, and if you look at the fourth, it just keeps shifting one level down. Whereas I would want the table to remain fixed throughout my drag down. So I want it to refer to the table I have in the first case throughout. I want it to refer to the table in the first case throughout my drag down. Okay. So to do that, what you're going to, if you remember from our balancing lecture, we want to lock the table selection. The same way you can lock a cell, you can lock a range of cells or a table. Okay. And now if you look, for instance, if you look, let me drag it down again. I think one of my formulas has gone off. Okay. Now if I look at, let me look at this this formula here. Now look at the table selected. You can see where the table selected starts from. It starts from Adam Sally and it goes extends down even beyond the table. Now what are we looking for? We're looking for this employee ID 9001222111, and you can see that the ID itself even falls outside the range selection. That's why it gives you the error, because it keeps shifting down. It's missing some IDs, so your formula could not find the ID because the table selection is outside of where the ID is. So now what I want to do is to lock the table, and to do that I can just select the entire table, right, and press F4. Press F4 once, and you can see you have dollar signs in front of all the letters and all the numbers, all the column headings and all the row headings. You have $4 signs. That way you know you've locked the table properly. Okay. So if I press enter now and I drag it down once more, as you can see, it gives me all the names I want except for this this employee ID, which is not present in the table. Okay. So that's it for today's lesson. What I want you to take away is, one, remember to always lock, when using the VLOOKUP, always lock your table array. Okay. And also when selecting your table array, remember to start from, let me look for the rule again. Remember that your table should start at the column of your lookup value. That is why we started from employee ID when we're selecting a table. Okay, so those are the takeaways from this lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson.